guys, my name is Jamie Adcock. I'm also known as the Running Diva Mom. I'm a running coach and personal trainer for women, and I'm joining you from my boutique fitness studio located in the Madison, Wisconsin area. Today I'm going to demonstrate my favorite 20-minute full body dynamic warm-up routine. I do this with all of my personal training clients and incorporate most of this into my fitness classes and with my running clients as well. I hope you'll enjoy it and that you incorporate it into your upcoming fitness routine. Let's go ahead and get started. From the standing position, our hands at the waist, we're just gonna go up on the toes, back on the heels. We are warming up the shins, the calves, and the ankles. Your shoulders are back, your chest is out, your belly button's pulled to the spine. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the feet wide, arms come wide, hips come forward, and we're going to rotate through the torso. Exhale as you bring one hand back, the other hand forward. Try to keep the hips facing forward. We're moving everything above that belly button. Give me one more each side. All right, now let's bring those arms out in front of the shoulders. Feet come hip width apart. We're going to work on our squats. We're going to bring the hips back and down, hips up and forward. Inhale down, exhale forward. You're going down through the heels and up. Now, if you feel comfortable, you're going to join me in lifting one foot off the floor and across the body as we challenge our balance. Lifting up, going right back into that squat. One more each side. And relax. Let's bring the hands to the back, shoulders, elbows back, chest out, belly button pulled to the spines. We find that inner core. While we're here, we're going to warm up that quad. Warming up the front leg while we work on our posture. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last set. Now let's incorporate some lateral movement here, opening up our hips. We're going to step wide to the side, kick with our other foot, cross our feet. Wherever your feet land, they should be flat. We're going to bend forward at the waist. Try to touch the toes, come up through the heels, taking it to the other side. Going down through the heels and up. Trying to get a little bit lower with those fingertips each time. Inhale down, exhale up. Give me one more each side. Last one. All right, untwist yourself. Now we're gonna work on our balance. Open up the hips some more. We're gonna plant our left leg. Right leg will move around the body like a clock. Make sure you don't have any objects around you on the floor. We're going to start to the front, forward, and down, corner, and down, taking it to the side, back, corner, straight back, tighten the glute, repeat to the back, and corner, out to the side, front, corner, and then finish out in front. Let's move to the other side of the body, forward, and down, corner. Take it wide to the side, back, corner, straight back, tighten the glute, repeat to the back, and corner. Out to your side, front corner, and then join me out in front. Now I always like to incorporate a mind-body coordination exercise, a thinking exercise. So we're going to go into a goblet squat and reach. We're going to bring our feet hip width apart, toes out. We're going to do the arms first, then add the lower body. We're reaching up nice and tall, forward, down to the floor. Come down into that nice low squat. We're going to bring one arm up, the other. Stand tall through those heels. Again, forward, beneath with the hands, hips back and down. Hold that squat, one arm, the other, and stand tall through the heels. We're inhaling down, exhaling up. Make sure your body weight's coming into your heels, not the toes. My little trick here is to curl those toes up in your shoes while your feet stay flat on the ground. And then you can really further engage your glutes by leaning back with the shoulders. And draw that chin up for good posture. Three more. Let's get a little deeper. These last two. Hips low. Glutes tight. Last one. Inhale down. Lean back and exhale up. Let's bring those hands down. Now let's elevate the heart rate with some jumping jacks or modified jacks for 30 seconds. We'll get started in 3, 2, and 1. With modified jacks, you're kicking one foot out wide as your chest comes towards your knee. You're bringing those fingertips up over the head, trying to get them to touch, and the hands are returning all the way down to your side. With full jacks, you have the same overhead range of motion. You're bringing those feet as wide as you can laterally and returning them under your hips. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath by breathing from the belly, not the chest. And let's roll those shoulders to the back. 4, big movement. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now, we're going to go into a 30-second wall sit next. If you don't have an open space against the wall, you can close up a door and use that space, or you can go into a squat and hold in the middle of the room. So, against the wall, my head, neck, shoulders, and back are against the wall. My feet are hip width apart, and I'm going to march my feet out as I lower the rear. My heels are underneath the knees, and I'm lowering myself till my hip bones are directly behind my knees. Head, neck, and shoulders are pulled into the wall again. Hands are rested at your side. Make sure they're not on your thighs. Pull that core in tight to the wall and eliminate space behind your back. We're going to push down with the heels, curl those toes up in those shoes again, and bring those knees wide for a little extra challenge. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, and push your way up the wall. Now, we're going to come back to the center of your room. We're going to warm up those shoulders, tone the underarms. Feet are wide, arms are wide. We're going to make small circles to the front for 30 seconds. Now, while you're here, work on your posture. Shoulders are back, chest is out, core's pulled in tight. You're drawing that chin up. Focus and breathe. Now, if you can't do 30 seconds today, just bring those hands to the side and join us again when you're ready. Now, let's speed it up. You've got 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down to your side. Now they're going to come wide again. We are reversing that circle. Again, hips are forward, core is tight, glutes are tight in the back, chin's up. Focus and breathe from that belly. Push all that energy through your heels into the floor. And now let's speed it up. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands down. Now we're going to go into some big movements here. We're going to go into shoulder shrugs, drawing those shoulders up to your ears, palms down to the floor. We're inhaling up and then enjoying a big exhale as we push to the floor. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bring the arms to that T position again. We're going to go into a great posture exercise. We're going to go into some over-unders. One hand over and then the other. Now as you get comfortable with this, focus on bringing those hands behind the body line, behind the torso, and squeezing those shoulder blades. So here we're strengthening that back, opening our chest. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Now the hands come forward, palms together. Let's open, close. Very similar movement here, just changing it slightly. Again, we're squeezing those shoulder blades in the back, Bringing the hands together in the front. While you're here, make sure your hips aren't rocking forward and backward. They should stay centrally located between the shoulders and the heels. Give me 5 and 4 and breathe. 2 and 1. Hands come down. Now let's push that all the way with some windmills across the body and out. Now take your other arm, and now both hands come to the center, up high, push wide to the side. One arm, your other arm, and then both arms. Big movements here. Big exhale as you push through those fingertips. 2 more sets, and then we are going to warm up the neck. Final set. All right, stand nice and tall. Hands at the waist. We're going to look to the side. Center, switch. Gently to the side. Center, switch. One more. Now, join me at the ceiling. Center, then the floor. Up high, pause, and then chin to the chest. Give me one more. And now gently roll your neck out in one direction. And let's reverse that. Great. Now join me back at your wall. We're going to go into a second wall sit for 30 seconds. Feet hip width apart, back against the wall, going to that same position. Again, walking the feet out as you lower the rear. You should have a nice 90-degree bend at the ankle, at the knee, and then your hip should be low enough that you should have a 90-degree bend at the waist. Now hands should be at your side, and if you have no shoulder limitations, you're going to join me with a 90-degree bend in the arm over the head. If you're doing this, head, neck, and shoulders back, no forward lean of the head. Fingertips, wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all pulled to the wall, and if this created space behind the back, you're going to pull that belly button to the spine, spine to the wall. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5. Now when we're done, we're going to drop those hands but not use them. 2, 1. Drop those hands, push through your feet, and march your way back up to the standing position. Now I'm going to have you join me on your mat. We're going to go into a plank for 30 seconds. So you're either going to have your palms or your elbows underneath your shoulders, knees and feet hip width apart. I'm going to bring my legs back and go into a high plank in 3, 2, and 1. I'm extending my legs nice and wide as my base of support, dropping the hips, dropping the rear, and then pushing the chest forward so that my shoulders don't round. You can also push down with your palms, up with the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. If you're on your knees, you're bending the knees, feet up towards the ceiling. And if you're on the elbows, you're distributing that weight evenly between the elbow, the forearm, and the palm. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale and slowly lower to your mat. Now we're going to go into Cobra, pointing the toes, plant the hands, extending the arms and stretching up the back, chin up. Now if you have lower back pain, you can join me on the elbows. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to shift up and back into child's pose. So bring your bottom to your heels. Knees come wide to the side of your mat. Stay low in the back as you extend those arms, lowering your head to the mat, lowering the elbows to the floor. And walk those fingertips as far as you can away from your body and stretch out those shoulders. Big breath from the belly for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now exhale and join me on the hands and knees. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. We're going to go into the bird dog exercise. We're going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg. Return to center and then switch. Knees are wide as your base of support. Make sure they're not touching. They should be nice and wide under those hips. Full extension of both limbs to the front and to the back. You're flexing that foot, not pointing the toes, and you're pushing that heel straight behind your back, straight behind the rear. Get better glute engagement that way. This exercise is great for the core and great for the back, great for your balance and your coordination. Now chin should be to the chest, You should be looking down at the mat between those hands, not forward. That just ensures that you have a nice neutral position of the neck. Give me 4 more each side. We're exhaling and inhaling. 3 more. Embracing full extension to the front and to the back. Last one each side. Exhale and inhale. Now we're gonna go on our back and finish out with some glute bridges. Great for the core, strengthening the glutes and stretching out the back. So we're gonna be on our back with our legs bent. Feet are again hip width apart, fingertips towards the heels, but you shouldn't be able to touch them. We're gonna roll our shoulder blades underneath us, drive the shoulders and the heels to the floor as we push our hips towards the knees and up into a bridge, towards the knees and down. Again, towards the knees and up, towards the knees and down. Inhale up and exhale down. Now there's a couple of things to think about while you're going into this glute bridge. If you're using your hands, you shouldn't be. So a couple of tricks you can use are to turn the wrists so your palms are up, or bring those fingertips up to the ceiling. Also, those hips at the top should be centrally located between the knees and the shoulders. Right between so that the torso and the back are straight. And then you should primarily feel it in the glutes in your rear, not as much in the quads. If you're using your quads too much, I want you to bring the feet wider and move the feet away from your rear. Make sure that the lower back, mid-back are lifting along with the rear, and you're driving those heels to the floor. And again, you can curl those toes up in your shoes. Give me 4 more, then we're gonna hold at the top. And 3. Inhale, exhale. Here we're gonna hold that bridge high. Hips, again, are right between the shoulders and the knees, tightening the rear together in the back. Heels are pushed to the floor. Big breath from your belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly return to your mat. Well, that concludes our 15 minutes of full body dynamic warm-ups. Again, I hope you can incorporate this into your fitness or running routine. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you enjoy content like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for joining me and have a great workout.